Well, folks, it's time for another coffee time video. Maybe doing this one a little later at night than maybe I should, but I've had things going on lately that kind of have made it doing things like this at more reasonable hours. More difficult than maybe I would have liked, but at least I'm finally getting to this one. Um, I'd actually had hoped to have this one done sometime in January, but if you've been following me both here and on my written blog, you probably heard that I had some health issues going on here. Turns out, the big deal I had going on for actually quite a lot of January turns out might have been kidney stones. I'm not necessarily going to say that's for sure what it was, but given what I know of the symptoms and when I was actually experiencing the last couple of weeks of January there, especially. I'm inclined to, think what that, what that was, because there was, because there was actually quite a lot of, pain, in the, well, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. I'm hopeful. Well, no, there's really not a lot of good room to work in my, in my filming area here for this kind of thing, which is one of the limitations of my current living situation, I suppose. But it's really not great for a lot of things, which might tie into some of the health issues I've been having lately. But anyway, like I've been saying, the big thing here the last few weeks has been the more than likely kidney stones. But what it is there was in my back and around my front and out through the out the out that way. So yeah, that was not pleasant at all if you know anything about that. And given that there was that was kind of certainly a kind of a burning sensation for a couple of days beforehand, and probably the most unpleasant day I've ever had in my life, and hopefully, or at least physically anyway, the most unpleasant day I've had in my life, and hopefully that's the only one like it I'll ever actually have. Um, but I've actually got kind of a family history of that kind of thing, because I know my dad for sure had kidney stones for like quite a lot of years when I was a kid. I remember a couple of times when they were not pretty damn bad. Um, and then they, I guess he figured out how to manage all that well enough that really worked for a while. And then about the time he retired, he started having heart issues, and when they started working on him for that, they had to do like a whole bunch of other tests to see if he could like handle the like the contrast for some of the like the scans and stuff they do on you when you do that kind of thing. And it turns out his kidneys are kind of fucked, like I was saying in the written blog that I did when I a few days back here when I was talking about my own experiences with it. which, and the thing is, my dad was actually kind of a skinny fella, which might be kind of hard, seeing as that I'm actually like completely on the other end of the spectrum here, but in that sense, but so I probably got a lot of the same issues here, but I would not be surprised if I've got both heart and kidney issues in that sense too, because this was probably about 4 or 5 years back now, because this was when my dad was still around. Went in for a CT scan myself here a while back, 4 or 5 years back. Didn't actually find anything going on with the issue, the thing I was going in, actually have them look at. But they did find like a bunch of other stuff when they were doing that. And one of the things they found was like a lump or a growth or something on my left kidney. And as it turns out, that's like the side all the pain and stuff was on too. So that's something. I've actually got an appointment with my primary care doctor here coming up in about a month. So I'm going to have to remember to tell her that when I go in. Tell her, going to have to try to remember to tell her all this when I go in. This is decaf, by the way. Just because I know people are probably going to ask in the comments if I don't say anything. But yeah, it's one of those things where as I'm looking at my as I'm looking at myself in the on my screen here, I see I'm not looking so great either right now either. I am feeling much better than I was a month ago. I can promise you that much. Even though I'm not necessarily looking at. It's partly because I haven't shaved in a while, and I should probably do that before I go to work tomorrow. And I probably will once I'm done with this video here. But that even though I'm feeling like 100%, 1,000% better really than I was a month ago and even a couple of weeks ago, because trust me, when that's the thing about kidney stones. That's well, I mean, now that I know firsthand what that's like, it's oh Jesus, it's one of those things where I was like, it seemed like every time I tried to take a drink, it was coming right back up, a minute later. So it's one of those things where it didn't really start to kick in until I was like already at work, because I knew something was like kind of going wrong when I was on my way to work, but by the time I really started to know anything, I was like 3/4 of the way there, and it was already too late to call in or turn back. So I just tried to do the best I could until we were done with the busy part of the day, and then I just had to let my boss know that I needed to go home early, because there was just no goddamn way I was going to make it through my shift. So so I came home and actually spent the better part of the afternoon at my mom's place, and then once I got all recovered as best I could, and a little more clear-headed, I got onto the hospital's you know chart thingamajigger, and made a note there so I can kind of remember to, like I was saying, tell my doctor about that next time I go in. And, so got that taken care of. Now that I'm all through that, I suppose it's time I got my, fat ass, onto actually doing something about all this computer stuff too, because, well, like I've been saying for a while now, I've got, a bunch of projects I need to finish before I get on with getting a new one, because I've known for a while that Windows 10 is, going to come to end of support here. Well, I think it's October sometime, and, well, I should probably get on with getting a new system anyway, because I've been using the one I got now since, I think Windows 10 was fairly new when I got it, so that's been a while. And even if that were not the case, there's things that, I could probably do with what I got, but, with what I got. But, since I'm gonna have to, learn all this stuff, I may as well, learn it on a new system, and, just learn, the new system and the new software, and, get all that stuff learned all at once, and not have to, worry about learning it on something old, and then, but given the way I do things, I suppose I could start on what I've got now, and at least have some idea when I finally, do get on with it. But, it's one of those things where, I just need to start getting on with things in general, but, part of my problem always has been, time management, like but I've known that for years, because it's like, 11 o'clock at night here, and I really should have probably been doing this 12 hours ago, but I was caught up doing other things, because I had things I needed to get done earlier in the day, and I still didn't quite make that happen the way I should have, but been that way for most of my life, and I'm trying to work on that, work on getting better at that, work on getting better at that too. I am not sure if I'm improving to any real degree on that. I'd like to think I am, but always so hard to be sure. The good news is I am at least aware of the problem, and am at least trying to work on it to some extent. Now, just how well I'm doing at it, I don't know, but as I always say, the first step in solving a problem is admitting that you have one, and I'm willing to do that anyway. But anyway, I suppose I better wrap this up here before I really do start, rambling too much. And decide what I'm gonna, or decide what I'm gonna do to actually get some of this other stuff done. And then I'm gonna actually get on with doing it. So until next time, I'll see you when I see you, and hopefully I'll have something that's maybe a little more interesting than this. So until then, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good hour long, everybody. Talk to you later.